Sometimes video games can surprise you in the most unexpected ways, but this game takes it to a whole nother level. Elden Ring is Skyrim.
A tarnished of no renown.
Hi, Danny here. So, here's a little something you should know about myself. I never cared about Dark Souls. It was a series that I heard it was tough to get into, but an enjoyable experience regardless. The first game I played, though, did not find it enjoyable. Sure, it was challenging, but it wasn't the reason why I stopped playing. I just found the world boring to me and uninteresting. It was visually ugly to look at and felt clunky as hell. And I guess I kept that impression of the first game with me and made it seem like every Souls game is like that. Until Bloodborne came along. I remember a certain friend asking me if I wanted to try this game out so we could play co-op together. I was very reluctant about the whole thing, considering that it was, the same people that made Dark Souls. But I caved in, due to it being close to my birthday and all. So I figured, why not? I could always return it if I don't like it. And plus, what are the odds of me actually liking this game? Well, spoilers. I didn't like it. I fell in love with it. Bloodborne was the bridge between me and being interested in Soulsborne games. I can't tell you how many times I played this game. 12. I think I spent about 200 plus hours on Bloodborne, and probably more when making this video. Bloodborne is by far my favorite of all Soulsborne games. And at the time, I didn't think From Software could top this masterpiece. Well, I was dead wrong. Elden Ring has got to be my game of the year. Period. I've never got so hooked into a game in such a long time.
Gah, rats for the win.
I've gotten so bad with obsessing over this game.
Are you? Oh.
I started to ignore my job, my girl, and my dog. I almost got my car towed because of this game. I'm serious.
What happened that day?
So, this dude decided that Elden Ring was more important than getting his car from being towed. He literally ran with no shoes, and even then, it took him like a minute to stop playing just because he was fighting a boss. As soon as he wakes up, starts playing Elden Ring. Just not even checking in through the day. I have to text him. I have to call him. How many hours? Like almost like 100 hours just playing Elden Ring.
What an obvious woman moment. It's actually 200 hours. I can't stress this enough. I freaking love this game. This game consumed me all throughout March, and still to this very day. I beat all the bosses, got all the endings, and platinum the hell out of this game. And tipped my toes on PvP. This game offers so much that I don't think I can fit all of it in one video.
What do you Okay. I'm saving that.
One thing is for sure though, this game topped Bloodborne for me. If I had to rank all the Soulsborne games I played and finished, I would put Elden Ring first, Bloodborne second, and Demon Souls third. The rest of the Souls games can go to the trash. Sorry, not sorry. I could keep going on and on about how great Elden Ring is, but there's one distinct thing that kept going on in my head about this game. And it's that Elden Ring is very similar to Skyrim, and it's almost uncanny.
Take that, dragon.
The year is 2011, and a well-beloved studio is ready to release the next installment of a lesser-known franchise that's slowly growing into mainstream popularity. Skyrim was the game that became a cultural phenomenon among the entire gaming community. It spread like wildfire. To many people, it was the game to play in the 7th generation of consoles. Flash forward to 2022, and a well-beloved studio is ready to release the next installment of a lesser-known franchise that's slowly growing into mainstream popularity. Elden Ring, much like Skyrim, is becoming a cultural phenomenon in the mainstream media today. It's crazy to think that it took 11 years for a game to match the same appeal as Skyrim. It's not just popularity similarities, but gameplay-wise too. Both designed their open world games to be explored at your own pace, discovering new items and weapons and memorable NPCs as you progress in the game. The best part of these games is that it doesn't hold your hand. Their minimalist design enriches the game's experience, leaving you to learn and understand how the game works and plays on your own. Getting enthralled into the overwhelming worlds of both Skyrim and Elden Ring has had the same impact for me, in which I couldn't stop playing for days. Today's open world video games don't really do it for me anymore. Probably because majority of these open world games felt formulaic, bloated with uninteresting fetch quests or side missions. Granted, I played a lot of open world games over the years, and that's probably the reason why I got so burnt out. But with Elden Ring, it's just built different. It makes you wonder how the hell we put up with AAA games that generally suck when it comes to being open world, considering that From Software did it on their first try and is possibly considered one of the best games of all time, much like Skyrim. Just know that 11 years from now, we might have another Skyrim/Elden Ring game on our hands. Skyrim and Elden Ring have the best open world experiences. That is a fact. Both have uncanny similarities, but one thing is definitely different. It's combat. While Skyrim was an amazing game to play, it did have its shortcomings. Fighting mechanics in Skyrim were, how'd you say, goofy? It was stiff, janky at times, but simple and easy to learn. For Skyrim, it wasn't really about the combat that made you play it, but it's the condensed and spectacle world that you get immersed into. But Elden Ring, on the other hand, gets both, but significantly better. From Software combat is within itself considered as a genre to many, which is why you'll hear games that are labeled hard be called the Dark Souls of first-person shooters or the Dark Souls of platformers. It grew that reputation because every Soulsborne games are designed to be challenging, and Elden Ring is no different.
Oh my god, you are such a bitch.
Every enemy that you encounter in this game will purposely try to screw you over, and you have to learn from it.
I'm dead.
It's a rinse and repeat gameplay design that effectively gets you hooked.
Nice, babe. Nice.
It's about challenging yourself and overcoming these big, overpowered, bullshit, pieces of shit bosses. Sorry. And that's what makes it so satisfying. Seeing a boss that took you hours and hours to beat finally fall and disintegrate into little bitch-ass pieces
Nice.
is absolutely one of the best ways to feel good about yourself.
Jesus Christ.
I honestly like to pat my own back after a fight, but hey, that's just me. Out of all the games I platinumed, I've never felt this much gratification when getting this trophy. It felt like an honor playing this masterpiece of a game and experiencing a perfect open world design, which is why Skyrim felt so similar to me. Its scale, its characters, its lore. Both games took a lot of time to build a world with endless experiences that could potentially be played for years. I enjoyed playing Elden Ring to its full completion, and I'll probably never stop playing it anytime soon. I already got a new Game Plus Plus to look forward to, and helping my girlfriend to play it as well. If it wasn't obvious to you, I love Elden Ring, and is one of the best games of all time, much like Skyrim. So yeah, at the end of the day, I can confidently say that Elden Ring is Skyrim, but better.